As later adulthood draws nearer, many people reflect on their lives with a blend of happiness and lingering sadness, yet imagine being able to step into this stage without the heavy feeling of regret that affects so many after passing 65. Picture starting each morning with a sense of peace and satisfaction, unburdened by thoughts of missed chances or unmade choices. In this video, we explore the most common decisions that often lead to deep regret later in life. Through the shared wisdom and real experiences of older adults, we examine why these choices matter so deeply and how they can be avoided. The insights you'll hear today have the power to reshape your future, because meaningful change is always possible when awareness begins. The first choice that often weighs heavily on seniors is failing to plan financially early enough. Many people reach retirement and realize that money worries overshadow what should be a calm and rewarding chapter. This regret usually develops from optimism mixed with delay and limited financial education. During working years, it's easy to believe that pensions, government benefits, or occasional savings will be enough. Reality often proves otherwise. Living costs rise, medical expenses appear unexpectedly, and inflation slowly weakens purchasing power. The story often follows a familiar pattern. In early adulthood and midlife, responsibilities are everywhere. Careers demand attention, families need support, and spending on comfort or enjoyment feels deserved. Saving for later years seems distant and abstract. Contributions to retirement accounts are often minimal, postponed with the belief that there will be time to catch up. Even when warning signs appear, habits remain unchanged. By the time retirement arrives, income may barely cover essentials, leaving little room for enjoyment or flexibility. The regret surfaces quietly, often expressed as wishing more had been done sooner. Surveys consistently show that many retirees wish they had saved more. Average savings often fall short of supporting decades of retirement, especially when healthcare costs rise sharply with age. Financial stress in later years limits freedom and independence. Some seniors feel forced to rely on family members, which can strain relationships, while others return to work out of necessity rather than choice. Missed opportunities, unfulfilled travel dreams, and emotional stress become part of daily life. Avoiding this regret requires intentional effort. Understanding spending patterns, reducing unnecessary expenses, and committing to consistent saving can make a profound difference. Taking advantage of employer retirement benefits, diversifying investments, and seeking professional guidance help build resilience. Even for those approaching retirement, adjustments such as downsizing, delaying benefits, or restructuring income sources can improve stability. Financial foresight protects not just money, but dignity, independence, and peace of mind. Another deeply felt regret among seniors comes from neglecting physical and mental well-being over the years. Many people prioritize work, family, and obligations while placing their own health last. In youth and middle age, the body often compensates for poor habits. Skipped exercise, unbalanced diets, chronic stress, and inadequate sleep may not cause immediate consequences. Over time, however, the effects accumulate. By later life, the impact becomes unavoidable. Chronic pain, limited mobility, heart conditions, and cognitive challenges reduce quality of life. Many older adults look back wishing they had treated their bodies with more care when it was easier to do so. Health challenges restrict activities that once brought joy, from simple walks to time with grandchildren. Medical costs rise, independence declines, and frustration grows. Mental health plays an equally important role. Unmanaged stress, anxiety, depression, and social isolation contribute to cognitive decline and emotional distress. Loneliness becomes common when social connections were not nurtured earlier in life. Regret often takes the form of resentment toward one's past self, creating emotional weight during a time meant for reflection and fulfillment. Maintaining health does not require perfection, but consistency matters. Balanced nutrition, regular movement, quality sleep, stress management, and social engagement form the foundation of long-term well-being. Mental stimulation, meaningful relationships, and preventive healthcare support both body and mind. Those who commit to wellness earlier often enjoy later years with greater energy, independence, and optimism. The third major regret many seniors express involves placing too little value on relationships and personal passions. Careers and material success often take priority, leaving little time for deep connections or creative pursuits. Society frequently rewards productivity and achievement, but it does not always emphasize emotional fulfillment. Over time, this imbalance becomes painfully clear. Friendships fade, family bonds weaken, and personal interests remain unexplored. Hobbies and dreams are postponed for a future that seems endlessly delayed. When retirement arrives, achievements may be plentiful, but meaningful connections feel scarce. Many older adults express sorrow over missed family moments, distant relationships, and passions left untouched. Long-term studies consistently show that strong relationships are among the most important contributors to happiness and longevity. Yet many seniors report feeling isolated, a result of years spent prioritizing work over connection. Unpursued interests also lead to a sense of incompleteness, as if important parts of life were never fully lived. Avoiding this regret means making intentional space for people and passions. Regular communication, shared experiences, and expressions of appreciation strengthen bonds over time. Exploring interests, even in small ways, brings meaning and joy. Creative outlets, volunteering, learning new skills, and revisiting childhood interests enrich life at any age. For those nearing retirement, rebuilding connections and starting new traditions can restore fulfillment. These three choices are deeply connected. Financial stability supports health and freedom. Good health enables participation in relationships and passions. Meaningful connections provide motivation and emotional resilience. When neglected, they create a cycle of regret that overshadows later years. The message is not one of blame, but of empowerment. Awareness creates opportunity. Each day offers the chance to make choices that align with long-term well-being. The past cannot be changed, but the future remains open. Thank you for spending this time with Elderly Wisdom, where we share reflections and guidance to help you navigate later life with clarity and confidence. If this message resonated with you, consider supporting the channel by liking, subscribing, and sharing your thoughts in the comments. Wisdom grows through experience, and by sharing it, we help one another move forward with intention, purpose, and hope.